Chapter 8, The Hack Driver, taken from the book Footprints Without Feet, written by St. Clair Lewis. This story is an interesting short story which is full of suspense and humor. The most important character is the interesting character of a hack driver. Now, hack is a vehicle which is run by horses. And so, the main character, Oliver Lutkins, drives a hack, that is a vehicle which is run by horses. And there is one more character in the story who is a young lawyer. He is the narrator of the story. Now, this young lawyer, he is sent to the city, to the country town of New Mullion to serve summons on Oliver Lutkins. This hack driver, who himself is Oliver Lutkins, takes him, means the narrator, round the village in search of Oliver Lutkins only. Now here the story is full of suspense. The story is full of humor because Oliver Lutkins himself, who is himself that person on whom the summon has been served by the court wants him in some case, and he's only taking that young lawyer, innocent young lawyer, who has not seen Lutkins before. And naturally, the Lutkins is nowhere to be found. He takes him to the Fritz shop, he takes him to the barber shop, and naturally, the Lutkins is not found. And at the end of the story, we find out that the hack driver himself was Lutkins. And so, this young lawyer, when he comes back to his master, he tells him, he scolds him, and this law officer, he becomes very upset with him. And then he sends one man with him to New Mullion again. And then he finds out that Oliver Lutkins, he has played a great prank on him. He had made a fool of him, and he himself was Lutkins. So we start this story and listen very, very carefully. A young lawyer comes to a village to serve summons on Oliver Lutkins. Summon is called a call. It's a call which is given by the court or on some case actually. It is जैसे ना समन जारी करना किसी कचहरी में, किसी कोर्ट में किसी को बुलाना होता है तो court, that legal language is called summons. A friendly hack driver takes him round the village in search of Lutkins. Does he find him? Who is Lutkins? After graduating with honors, I became a junior assistant clerk in a magnificent law firm. I was sent not to prepare legal briefs, but to serve summons like a cheap private detective. So the young lawyer, who is the narrator of the story, he says, after graduating with honors, he became a junior assistant clerk in a magnificent law firm. Magnificent means a great, impressive law firm. एक firm है, एक company है law की, उसमें वो assistant clerk बन जाता है. I was sent not to prepare legal briefs. He was sent not to prepare a legal case, but to serve summons. Serve summons, as I told you, is sending summons of the court or the call from the court to the people, like a cheap private detectives. Detectives, they are the spies. I had to go to dirty and shadowy corners of the city to seek out my victims. And naturally, his work was to find out the victims. Victims are the targets or the people who are wanted by the court, who are hiding. And so he had to go to some shadowy. Shadowy means here not good places. Sometimes very bad places, not good reputed places. He had to go. Some of the larger and more self-confident ones even beat me up. And some of the larger ones or the self-confident victims or the people to whom he served summons, they would sometimes beat him. I hated this unpleasant work and the side of city life it revealed to me. So he always hated this unpleasant work and the side of the city life it revealed to him. And the city life which he did not like, wherever he went, it revealed to him. He did not like that place. I even considered fleeing to my hometown. So many times he considered to run away to his hometown, where I could have been a real lawyer right away, where he could have become a lawyer right at that time only, without going through this unpleasant training period. Now this is his training period only, where he has to do all these small works. So I rejoiced one day when they sent me 40 miles in the country to a town called Mullion to serve summons on a man called Oliver Lutkins. So he rejoiced one day. He was very happy one day that he is going out 40 miles away to a countryside, to a district, a small district, to a small town, which is called New Mullion, to serve summons to call a person called Oliver Lutkin. We needed this man as a witness in a law case, and this man was needed as a witness. Witness कहते हैं जैसे कि a person who sees something happening, गवाह, एक गवाह की तरह से वो एक law case में उसकी ज़रूरत थी. And he had ignored all our letters, and this Oliver Lutkins, he had ignored all their letters. When I got to New Mullion, my eager expectations of a sweet and simple country village were severely disappointed. Its streets were rivers of mud with rows of wooden shops, either painted or brown, or bare of any paint at all. Now, when he went to New Mullion, his expectations that it would be a sweet place, it would be a countryside, a village, it would be very, very sweet, very, very simple people who would be there, he was severely disappointed. He was badly disappointed, extremely disappointed to see that place, because the streets were like rivers of mud and the rows of wooden shops were there. Some were painted, some were totally brown or no paint at all. So he was not happy with the look of the place. The only agreeable sign about the place was the delivery man at the station. And he said that only agreeable sight. Agreeable sight means only the pleasant sight which he encountered when he went there was the man who found him, that was the delivery man, who had come to find some goods, to deliver the goods. He was about 40, red-faced, cheerful and thick about the middle. And then he describes that man that he must be around 40 with a red face, very, very happy, cheerful, thick about the middle, a middle age. His working clothes were dirty and well worn. Well worn means they were quite worn, घिसे हुए कपड़े थे, and he had a very friendly manner. You felt at once that he liked people. So he said that looking at that person, one can find that he liked the people. I told him, to find a man named Oliver Lutkins. So this narrator at once told him that he had come to this place to find a man called Oliver Lutkins. Lutkins, I saw him around here about an hour ago. Lutkins कहते आजा तुम लटकिन को ढूंढने आए हो. He said that he found that he saw this man 1 hour ago there. Hard fellow to catch though, always up to something or other. So then he tells about the Lutkin that he's very hard fellow to find, that he's not easily found by anybody and always up to something. He's doing something or the other. He means to say that he is doing one mischief or the other. He's probably trying to start up a poker game in the back of Fritz's shop. He says sometimes he tries to start up a poker game. Poker is a game of cards in the back of Fritz's shop. I'll tell you, boy, is there any hurry about locating Lutkins? So he says that he can tell him where he is. And then he says if he is in a hurry about locating Lutkins.